Hi guys, it's Regan from Concourse Marketing, and in today's video we're going to cover, are SEO services worth it in 2022? We're going to look over some of the key benefits, the limitations of SEO. We're going to look at specific businesses and industries that are better off or better suited for SEO services, and then we're going to conclude with some questions that you should reflect on to see if SEO services are worth it for you specifically. So before we get into today's video, just a quick overview. What is SEO exactly? So SEO, search engine optimization, is increasing the visibility of your business online in the search engine results pages or search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bing. And the whole idea is to rank higher and have more visibility, and from that visibility get more clicks, and then from those clicks more leads, conversions and sales directly from your website. Okay, so we're just going to jump into what are the key benefits of SEO. I'm going to expand on a few of these areas. If you want to actually look at the full list, you can click the link in the description below. You'll also find this video within the blog post, and you can sort of have a more in-depth breakdown of these areas. But we have increased sales for your business, increase organic traffic to your website, organic traffic being traffic that comes directly from a search engine like Google or Bing, usually via a keyword or a search term that someone's put into the search engine. We've also got increased local authority, which isn't just a matter of being number one in your area, but also refers to being number one in the search engines, in map packs, and where local rankings can be established. You're sort of within that A position on the map pack. We'll get into that later on. You can also look at the fact that it's going to increase your rankings in the search engine results pages. You know, if there's keywords that you're currently sort of on page 2, page 3, a good SEO campaign is going to move you to the spotlight in the top positions ideally. Acquire new clients and customers, accelerate national expansion, and it's not limited to national as well. If you can create landing pages in different languages, you can have an international reach and have a global market as well. Build brand equity, optimize your entire marketing strategy, provide some strategic direction. We've talked about this in a few of the previous videos, where if you are stuck for strategic direction, SEO and keyword research can help point you in the right direction in terms of your content. We've got prevents traffic obstruction and penalties. So this one is a simple one, but very overlooked. If you're not currently looking at your website through the lens of SEO, and you're sort of just putting content on there and sort of winging it, you might be in breach of Google Webmasters guidelines. You might be implementing black hat tactics. So all of this stuff is going to hinder and obstruct organic traffic. So SEO services, one of the benefits is that it will prevent that. Also, we've got accelerate business growth, minimize opportunity cost of not investing in SEO. It's relatively low risk in comparison to other marketing strategies. It can increase the quality of leads, so it's not all about quantity. We're also looking at finding the people ready to purchase and looking to make a purchase decision. Increase your competitive advantage, or even create a competitive advantage. For example, if you're in an industry where not many players are making use of SEO as a strategy, and you are, that is going to be a massive advantage when it comes to someone searching for your product or service online. And then lastly, the sort of primary benefit, and the only benefit that really matters, is the return on investment that you can get from SEO. This can be different from for different businesses depending on your starting point, your existing domain authority. But yeah, ultimately you can work towards a return on investment. So now you've had a sort of overview of the benefits. Who can benefit from SEO specifically? Now, it's important to note that SEO isn't limited to a specific industry or business type. In fact, anyone who wants more visibility online and wants more exposure, more clicks, more leads, more sales from the website can directly benefit from SEO. But there are certain professions, certain industries where you can really squeeze the value out of it as an investment option. So just to gloss over a few that we've mentioned in the blog post. Professional services, so we're talking about solicitors, architects, accountants, financial services, engineers, IT consultants. We've got the medical industry, dentists, chiropractors, physicians, doctors, healthcare providers, cosmetic surgeries, medical equipment, all those type of businesses. We'll get into the reasoning why they can be lucrative with an SEO strategy. Real estate, so estate agents, removal businesses, and also renovations as well. Food is a big space. We all sort of know what's happened in that space with Just Eat and these different digital platforms that have sort of dominated the space, especially during the lockdown period and things like that. And then lastly, online businesses and e-commerce businesses and businesses where a majority of their trading and their business activity is online. So before we go into why those specific industries and business types can be more lucrative in terms of SEO services, we're going to go into the limitations. I'm just going to give you sort of my honest reflection on SEO as a service in 2022 and what limitations that I come across when speaking with clients. The first one being SEO can be costly. It's not a secret. And in terms of the cost, one way that we've found around this is if you can find a provider that can give you flexibility, so you don't have to commit to large amounts up front or, for example, a fixed contract. If you can work with a provider that can do a month by month sort of campaign for you where they have to provide results in month one to go and win your business in month two, and you can stop, start, increase and decrease your budget. That is one way we've found around it. Also, like ourselves, we offer SEO starter packages, so friendly packages for people just getting started and dipping the toes into SEO. Secondly, one of the bigger limitations as well is it does require patience, which is actually very scarce within the business world, as you know, people want things done now. They want the instant gratification. They want to invest the money and see the result instantly. With SEO, it is notorious for needing patience. Some campaigns take longer than others. Some can have immediate effect depending on your starting point, how competitive your market is, how much your product or service is already gripped within a market. So it can take patience. Also, it's difficult to do right. This is another limitation that's worth mentioning. If you're looking to do DIY SEO or learn how to do it, it's going to take you to do several courses and a lot of time investment to make sure that you know the ins and outs of the discipline. Whereas another caveat to that as well would be when you're hiring somebody, actually making sure you're hiring somebody who can do it right and do it properly. We have recently done a video on this called What to Ask SEO Consultants. You can check it out by clicking over there. That will go over some questions that you can ask to sort of screen the person that you're dealing with and make sure that they are competent and to deliver you results. Then we've also got the fact it won't fix a broken product. It won't fix a broken product. It won't fix a broken service. It's not, a magic pill to sort of make your business work. If your product's got no traction in the market, if it's not got any utility, if there's no demand. For example, if we look at the search data before an SEO campaign, and your product or service just isn't getting any searches, then there's not much that can be done with that. So you need to be mindful that the fact it won't, fix something that isn't working necessarily, if the product or service itself is broken. And then lastly, the fact that SEO is very competitive is another limitation that's worth mentioning. It's a very fierce game, and only the people that create the best content, the best websites, educate their audience and become an authority and take it upon themselves to give value to their audiences. They're the only people that Google favor and rank in the search engine results pages, and it takes time to be the best in your space and sort of win those local rankings and then national rankings. So yeah, it's very competitive, and it's just something to consider. Okay, so to just circle back to what we was talking about earlier with what industries and what businesses might be better for SEO services, a way that I'm just going to elaborate on this a little bit is actually flip this to, are SEO services worth it for you in 2022? And what we're going to do is go over some questions that you should ask yourself now, and just sort of see where you land on the question. So the first one being, how dependent is your business right now on website inquiries? If it's very dependent, of course, then an SEO campaign, an SEO provider is going to have more weight and more utility to your business. Another question, how many leads would you like to acquire directly from your website? And really think this over, put a number to it. If you've got pen and paper, write this down. It's all going to be information that helps you decide whether it is worthwhile to invest into SEO. Would you like to drive appointments and consultations directly via your website? So if you're in the consultation space, are you wanting, to literally set up appointments via your website, whether that's have a calendar system or have free audits like we do, or appointments, consultations? If that's something that's going to be important for you as well, it's another weighting factor. What is the primary reason you're considering digital marketing investments right now? So why is it that you're looking at if SEO is worthwhile right now? Is it because you're at a crossroads within your business? Have you reached a sort of a dead end with your brick and mortar? Is it because you're hearing a lot about it? What is the reasoning behind why you're looking at it? I'd examine that closely. What is the current level of success that you're getting from digital marketing right now? And this can be, not necessarily something that can put you off SEO if you're doing bad with digital marketing right now, because it might be the thing you need to add into your digital marketing to improve it. But if you are having success on the other hand as well, SEO might just be another channel for you to sort of double down within your digital marketing. So like I say, if you're not having success at the minute, it might be something that you could try, aside from whether it's social media or pay-per-click advertising that you're currently doing. SEO might be something you can try out to improve what you're doing. Or if you are having a lot of success with social media and pay-per-click, SEO might just be something you can use to amplify your current success. And then the last question is, how important is it for you to compete digitally in your market? And really think about this. If, for example, you're a dentist based in Barnsley and I search dentist Barnsley, how important is it that you're a consideration, that you're even an option within the search engine results pages? Even whether you're a florist in Wakefield or a plumber in Scarborough, whatever service you offer, whatever area, how important is it that you're even an option within those search engines? And just think of the opportunity cost involved with that as well. If you're not there, if you're not currently an option, then your competitors are currently acquiring that piece of the market. Okay, so we've looked at what is SEO exactly. We've gone over the key benefits of SEO. We've looked at who can benefit from SEO as a service, and we've gone over some of the limitations. In conclusion, are SEO services worth it for you? It's only something that yourself can answer. Go over the questions and really reflect on your own answers. And thank you for watching today's video. Hopefully it's been of use to yourself and utility. If you can, like the video, subscribe, and please feel free to check out the full blog post for some more in-depth breakdown on the topic that we've discussed today. The link's in the description below. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.